Good afternoon, everyone. Let's start today's session. I hope screen is visible to you. Is it? Okay, fine, Chinese. Thank you. So, in a previous lecture, in a morning lecture, we have seen the architecture of database management system. In that, we have seen three level of architecture: internal, that means physical level; conceptual level, it means we can say that logical level, or third one is the view level, or you can say that external level, right? So we are going to discuss yes, next. Because at that time I asked one question: if I change in a conceptual level, will it affect to external or internal? Some of you have said that yes, it may, and I argue that point. Sometimes it will not, because जैसे मैंने एग्जांपल दे दिया, फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू आर क्रिएटिंग अ जीमेल अकाउंट, इन दैट यू डोंट नो व्हाट इज द साइज ऑफ दैट. आज आप बना रहे हो तो आपको पता नहीं है कि कितनी साइज है. बैकएंड में मैंने आज 20 रखी, कल मैं 25 कर दूंगा, 30 कर दूंगा, तो आपको नहीं पता चलेगा. हाँ, इन केस ऑफ योर लेंथ is exceed from that size, then you will get the message at that case. But rarely, ऐसा नहीं कि अफेक्ट नहीं करेगा. that we need to see here. Data independency is the next topic. Independency, it means when it is the ability to modify a schema definition in one level without affecting a schema definition in the next higher level. It is known as the independency, data independency. If we are changing in one level and we are able to stop changes in another level, जैसे मैंने बोला कंसेप्चुअल लेवल में चेंज कर रहा हूं तो एक्सटर्नल लेवल में या फिर फिजिकल लेवल में कुछ चेंज होगा, और नॉट एवरी टाइम, समटाइम्स. So that statement is correct. For that, if we are able to stop that thing, it means if we are able to do that thing independently, then it is known as the data independency. आप फिजिकल स्टोरेज चेंज करो तो कंसेप्चुअल लेवल में कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. कंसेप्चुअल लेवल में चेंज करो तो इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल व्यू में कुछ चेंज नहीं हो, फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. देन इट इज नोन एज द डेटा इंडिपेंडेंसी. We have a two category of data independency. One is the physical data independency, second one is the logical data independency. Again, I am repeating, data independency, it means ability to work in a one level without affecting another higher level. That is known as the data independency. So interface between the various levels and components should be well defined so that changes in some parts do not seriously influence others. Mark this word, do not seriously influence others. In a earlier lecture I said sometimes it happen, sometimes it changes. So आपको पता चलेगा कब, जब आपका नेम, आपकी नेम की साइज एक्सीड होगी तब. ठीक है, आप सब लोगों ने धमाल तो देखी है. धमाल के अकॉर्डिंग वो नाम हम इंसर्ट करने जाएंगे, चिन्नस्वामी, मुत्तस्वामी, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. Then you will find this type of error, not error, logical error we can say. So at that time अगर डेटा इंडिपेंडेंसी है तो आपको नहीं पता चलेगा. डिपेंडेंसी तो थोड़ी बहुत रहेगी, इसलिए यहाँ पे लिखा है डू नॉट सीरियसली इन्फ्लुएंस अदर. इतना बहुत बड़ा फर्क नहीं आएगा, थोड़ा सा माइनर चेंजेस होगा. ठीक है. So physical data independency and logical data independency, these two are the categories. Let's see the physical data independency. Capability to change the internal schema without having to change the logical schema, external schema or application schema. Application schema, it means external application, कोई भी particular application. As you know, internal, another name of internal level is physical level. Physical level is storage. If we are changing storage, then it will not be affect to the higher level. Then it is known as the physical independency. For example, let me give you the real life example. Right now, you are sitting on a first bench, right? So your physical storage is first row, first column, maybe. If I change your physical location, तो आपके लेक्चर में कुछ फर्क पड़ेगा नहीं? आप फर्स्ट बेंच से पढ़ो, लास्ट बेंच से पढ़ो, it will not affect. Then it is known as the physical independency, right? I hope all of you are getting. Now logical data independency, as you know, conceptual level it means logical level. So यहाँ पे क्या होना चाहिए? conceptual level में change करो तो higher level कौन सा है? external में change नहीं होना चाहिए. Then it is known as the logical independency. And again I am clearing your doubt. It is not necessary. Sometimes it may affect, not every time. So capability to change the logical schema without having to change the external schema or application programs. So again I am going to previous line or last line. Some parts do not seriously influence others. Some part. Again let me clear this thing. So that changes in some part do not seriously influence others. For example, your column name is student name. Data type of that column is varchar2. Size of that column is 20. यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है? Some parts do not seriously influence others. So if I change the size from 20 to 25, will it affect to external level at every time? No. Sometimes. But if I change the data type of your column student name, if I change it from varchar2 to number, then it will affect. At that time we cannot set that data independency because it depends. If you change in logical structure, then but obvious it will affect to the higher level. But यहाँ पे इसलिए mention clearly किया है well defined so that changes in some part. यहाँ पे some part नहीं, हमने पूरी data type ही change कर दी. So this is the data independency. So all of you remember this data independency. In a short question, one or two marks they may ask, right? Next is the next important is the type of user. Just one minute. Sorry, again I forgot the unmute mic. Let me go to the previous slide. In the previous slide, we have seen the types of users: application programmers, specialized user, DBA, nav user, sophisticated user. Application programmer who develop the application by using some high-level language. Specialized user, it means, yes, Hers, what is your query? You raise the hand. Okay, by mistake. Specialized user, write some specialized database application that do not fit into traditional data processing framework, or we can say that DBA, who is having all the controls on all operations, which is known as the DBA. Nav user means end user who use the application and access the database. Sophisticated user means without application you can interact with the database, then it is known as the sophisticated user. Now let's see the role of DBA. In a morning lecture, I have explained instance and schema. So first role of DBA, schema definition or schema define. So I want to know what is schema. You can type your answer into a chat. What is schema? Yes. What is schema? Logical structure of the database. Yes, you are right. Logical structure of the database, which is known as the schema. So DBA will define the logical structure. This table looks like this one. So DBA will define the schema. Second, storage structure and access method definition. So the database administrator will decide how the data is to be represented in the database and how to access it. So it will define the method, how we can access that table, view, trigger, or lab, or how it will be represented. Like first column will be roll number, second column will be phone number, third column will be your permanent address, like this. Third is defining security and integrity constraints. So as you know, security and integrity. Can anyone tell me what do you mean by integrity? Yes. Can anyone tell me what do you mean by integrity? गुड मॉर्निंग ऑल ऑफ यू. खाना खा के सो गए क्या? Yes, Jaideep C. Rules. Yes, integrity constraint, it means some set of rules. We have a lots of integrity constraint like primary key, foreign key, check constraint, not null constraints. We will see in a practical. Yes, fine. So DBA will decide the rules. For example, DBA decides integrity constraint. For example, in a phone number column, you need to enter only numbers. So that constraint will be defined by the DBA. अगर validation constraint आपको नहीं डालना है, then you can enter a character also. So आप देख रहे हो, आप कोई भी फिलअप कर रहे हो फॉर्म, तो उसमें कंस्ट्रेंट्स डला हुआ है, मैंडेटरी साइन और एस्ट्रिक साइन उसमें आती है. सो वो मैंडेटरी साइन का मतलब क्या हुआ? कंपल्सरी रूल इज देयर. So that is the constraint. Next is the granting of authorization for data access. That is the grant and revoke. Already we have seen in a laboratory DCL, data control language. It means if I want to give the permission to access my laptop, if you are trustable, then it is grant. So it determines which user needs access to which part of the database. ऐसा जरूरी नहीं कि मैं पूरा लैपटॉप आपको एक्सेस करने दूं, जैसे आप करते हो. मोबाइल फोन आपका पर्सनल है, तो आप क्या करते हो, पहले तो पैटर्न लॉक या फिर पिन नंबर डालते हो, फिर गैलरी में भी डालते हो। अगर पापा मम्मी ने पूछा तो आप क्या करते हो, ज्यादा से ज्यादा पैटर्न लॉक अनलॉक करके दे देते हो, ठीक है। तो सिमिलर काइंड ग्रांटिंग ऑफ ऑथराइजेशन फॉर डेटा एक्सेस, वही चीज अगर आपके फ्रेंड ने पूछी हो तो गैलरी में फोटोज देखने की, तो आप उसको परमिशन दे देंगे, और आपके पापा ने पूछी तो नहीं देंगे, डिपेंड्स। This is the granting of authorization. Next is the license with users. It must provide necessary data to user. If I want to access few data, for example, if I want to know the gender of your entire class, then DBA will give this. Suppose आप developer हो और we are the good friends, but as a developer in a reputed organization or any company, you cannot give me that data directly. You need to take a permission from your higher authority or DBA or whatever. Or simply you will say ask to HOD or ask to DBA. So DBA will give that data. So that is the license with users. जो भी डेटा मुझे चाहिए मैं DBA को बोल दूंगा, DBA कि मुझे ये डेटा चाहिए. That is the role of DBA. Next, assisting application programmer. Assisting it means help. अगर कोई प्रोग्रामर डेवलप कर रहा है डेटाबेस एप्लीकेशन और कोई भी एप्लीकेशन, उसमें अगर उसको कुछ डेवलपमेंट में हेल्प चाहिए, देन DBA will assist to that programmer. That is the assisting application programmer. Monitoring performance, monitor type. It will observe all the activities. If you are doing legal or illegal, डेटाबेस आपका कहीं पे हैक नहीं हो रहा है, डेटाबेस कोई misuse नहीं कर रहा है, like this. So ensure that better performance is maintained by making changes in physical or logical schema if required. If required, every time it is not necessary to change the logical structure or physical structure, storage changes करना every time, it is not a big issue. But whenever you change that physical level, sometimes it will create the serious issue. A physical लोकेशन चेंज कर रहे हो कोई भी डेटा का, तो बेटर परफॉर्मेंस मिल रहा है। जैसे मैं आपको एग्जांपल दूं, सी ड्राइव में आपने सारे सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल करते हो और डेटा भी रखते हो, इट विल डिग्रेड योर परफॉर्मेंस। सो सिंपली आप क्या कर रहे हो, अलग फोल्डर अलग ड्राइव में आप पर्टिकुलर डेटा रख रहे हो, दूसरी ड्राइव में पर्टिकुलर डेटा रख रहे हो। सो स्टोरेज में, फिजिकल स्टोरेज में आप चेंजेस कर रहे हो, so जिससे आपका परफॉर्मेंस बेटर कर रहा है। सो एवरीथिंग विल बी मॉनिटर्ड बाय द DBA इन अ एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। बैकअप एंड रिकवरी. Backup and recovery, name suggests its meaning. This is the golden line. Name suggests its meaning. Whenever you require the backup, generally in organization, daily backup is required. Sometimes in a small company, weekly. जैसे आपको व्हाट्सएप में मैसेज आता है ना बैकअप के लिए, 1 day, 2 day, मंथली, लाइक दैट, नेवर। तो बैकअप एंड रिकवरी का रोल होता है DBA, वो नहीं करता है, ये सारे काम है DBA क्या करता है, रीडायरेक्ट करेगा। जो स्पेशल पर्सन, ये इतने सारे काम DBA करेगा, तो बाकी सब क्या करेंगे, एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्रामर। DBA विल कंट्रोल ऑल दी ऑपरेशंस। प्रीवियस स्लाइड में लिखा था ना, देखो यहाँ पे क्या लिखा, कंट्रोल्स ऑल ऑपरेशंस ऑन द डेटाबेस। सो ये सारे ऑपरेशंस कंट्रोल हो गए DBA से। बैकअप एंड रिकवरी, DBA विल इंस्ट्रक्ट एंड ऑर्डर टू लोअर एम्प्लॉय, आज का बैकअप ले लेना। अगर क्रैश हो रहा है और कहीं पे भी वो स्टक हो रहा है, देन DBA विल गाइड, असिस्ट any employee. So these all are the role of DBA. You need to remember all these role. आपको फिर एग्जाम में ऐसा नहीं लिखना है कि जनरल में कि DBA कॉलम नेम देगा, DBA एड्रेस देगा, नहीं, ये जनरल जो पॉइंट्स मेन है, बैकअप एंड रिकवरी, मॉनिटरिंग परफॉर्मेंस, ये लिखने हैं। यस, समटाइम्स this question asked in 8 marks. If they ask this question in 8 mark or 7 marks, you need to write all the points and you need to explain briefly, and then answer will be justifiable. सिर्फ आप पॉइंट लिख देंगे तो आपको 1 मार्क्स मिल जाएंगे. If you list it down, then you will get only 1 marks. And as I told, name suggests its meaning. Based on your title, you can justify your title. इतना तो पता ही रहता है. Clear? Any doubt? Online students. Any query? Good morning to all. Okay, fine. Easy है तो clear हो ही जाएगा. Now next, let's see the most important overall database architecture of DBMS and its components. So there are mainly 4 components in a database architecture. One is the users, second is the query processor, third is the storage manager, fourth is the disk storage. So first one, users. Tell me what are the types of users? Application users. Good. What are the types of users, students? हर्ष, अगर किसी को जगाना होता है ना तो उसको गुड मॉर्निंग बोलते हैं. आई नो राइट नाउ इट इज गुड आफ्टरनून बट गुड मॉर्निंग. तो क्या आप लोग रिस्पॉन्स नहीं दे रहे हो? यस, स्पेशलाइज्ड यूजर, DBA, then application programmer. Yes, administrator means DBA. Sophisticated users, naive users. Naive users it means end users. Clear? So users आपको clear हो गए. First देखो कितना easy है. If you are going in a sequence, then it is very easy to understand everything. आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा फर्स्ट यूनिट कब खत्म हो गया, कब नेक्स्ट थियरी खत्म हो गई. If you are in continuation, the first खत्म user, second query processor, third storage manager and disk storage. Let's see one by one. Here it is the overall architecture of the components. What is this? Naive user, application programmer, sophisticated user, database administrator. What is this? Users. Okay. Let's recall the architecture. As you know, 3-level architecture. What is in top? External level, it means views, users. External it means users. उसके बाद conceptual level, उसके बाद internal level. Now I am going to zoom that architecture. So compare by yourself. Just imagine it, that 3-level architecture और ये ओवरऑल आर्किटेक्चर, उसकी कंपैरिजन करो, आपको पता चल जाएगा कि कौन सी चीज कहाँ पे आएगी. ठीक है, तो ये यूजर वाला फर्स्ट एक्सटर्नल लेवल खत्म हो गया. डन. नाउ व्हाट इज नैव यूजर्स? एंड यूजर. व्हाट इज द वर्किंग ऑफ एंड यूजर? एंड यूजर क्या करेगा? meet students, you can unmute yourself and you can give me the answer. Naive users. Naive user uses the application interface. End user, it means we all are using some applications and access the database. So naive user it means end user. कुछ नया है? तब से मैं यही बोले जा रहा हूँ. नेक्स्ट, एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्रामर. प्रीवियस स्लाइड में ही देखा, एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्राम राइट्स दी प्रोग्राम इन हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज. सो एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्रामर विल राइट द एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्राम. Sophisticated user uses the query tool. Sophisticated user का प्रीवियस स्लाइड में ही था. विदाउट एनी लैंग्वेज, विदाउट एप्लीकेशन, सिर्फ क्वेरी टूल का यूज करेंगे. नाउ व्हाट इज क्वेरी टूल? लाइक एपेक्स, SQL, वो टूल है, उससे हम डेटाबेस कुछ भी एक्सेस कर रहे हैं, एक्सट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं डेटा से. डेटाबेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर uses the administration tools. Roles of DBA we have seen the before few minutes. So ये पूरा फर्स्ट हो गया एक्सटर्नल. अब क्वेरी प्रोसेसर. Query process. Query. What do you mean by query? Query it means question. Query it means question. So if I want to select those students who are present in a offline class, this is my question. So I can say that this is query. कई बार पूछते हो सर आई हैव वन क्वेरी, so that is query. So query processor. Processor का मतलब process something. To process something, that is processor. So let's see in a detail. It deals with the execution of DDL and DML statement. As you know, DDL to create the database data definition language. DML means data manipulation language. After creating the DDL commands, we use the DML commands. So it deals with the execution of DDL and DML commands like create, insert, delete, update. So अभी आपको क्या लिंक करना है? प्रीवियस टू प्रीवियस लेक्चर में मैंने बोला था कि पहले हम एक्सेल शीट क्रिएट करते हैं, फिर उसमें कॉलम्स ऐड करते हैं, फिर डेटा ऐड करते हैं, इट मींस रो ऐड करते हैं. इफ यू मेड मिस्टेक देन अपडेट करते हैं, कुछ रो डिलीट्स करते हैं. तो ये सब इसमें आ गया. ये सब प्रोसेस कहाँ पे होगा? क्वेरी प्रोसेसर पे. तो ये सेकंड कंपोनेंट हो गया हमारा. एप्लीकेशन इंटरफेस, एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्राम, ऑब्जेक्ट कोड. सो बट ऑब्वियस है जिस भी लैंग्वेज में बना उसके ऑब्जेक्ट कोड में वो कन्वर्ट होगा. ठीक है. एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्राम, कंपाइलर एंड लिंकर. इन अ सी लैंग्वेज यू हैव सीन द कंपाइलर एंड लिंकर एंड इंटरप्रेटर. So it will compile that thing. DML queries. So query tool से DML query. DML मतलब insert, select, delete, right? DML command से ये सर. So DML का मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल इंसर्ट, सिलेक्ट ही ले लो. सिलेक्ट से हमें जो भी डेटा डिस्प्ले करवाना है वो सब कुछ हो जाएगा. सो DML क्वेरीज ये सब ऐसे लिंक होगा. DDL इंटरप्रेटर, DBA जो होगा वो DDL कमांड्स को इंटरप्रेट करेगा into a set of tables which contains the metadata. And I pronounced that word in a previous lecture, not today. Metadata means data about data, that is known as the metadata. And after DML compiler and organizer will translate our DML command, DML statements into the low level instruction. As you know, the C, we have learned what is the definition of compiler and interpreter. It converts high level language into a lower level language, machine code, because machine understand only machine level language. So here we need to convert that thing. Query हमने डाल दिया कि select star from student table. So computer cannot understand that thing. We need to convert into a machine level language. So it works here. So query evaluation engine. So whatever query we have generated, it will be evaluated by its engine, and then after, here it is written executes low level instruction generated by the DML compiler. Whatever statement is generated by the compiler, it will be evaluated in a query evaluation engine, right? Then after, storage manager. The name suggests meaning storage, it means something, yes, वहाँ पे कुछ स्टोर होगा. So it provides the interface between low level data stored and application program or queries. जो हमारा database है उसमें जो stored किया है वो और application program. As I told you in a previous lecture, in a higher semester or after graduation, you will work on a live project. सो यहाँ पे आपका प्रोजेक्ट है और यहाँ पे आपका डेटाबेस है. देन हाउ यू कैन कनेक्ट both things? By using some database connectivity, you will learn that database connectivity in particular high level language in Java, Android, everything, right? So interface storage manager will provide the interface between this. इसको लिंक करके ही हम एक्सेस कर पाएंगे. क्लियर? सो ट्रांजैक्शन मैनेजर फर्स्ट क्वेरी इवैल्यूएशन इंजन में से ट्रांजैक्शन मैनेजर में जाएगा. ट्रांजैक्शन इट मींस ATM transaction आपने देखा था. We have discussed that thing. So that is one transaction. So it preserves the atomicity and controls the concurrency. Concurrency it means already we have discussed. You should remember that thing. Concurrency means concurrent or concurrency. It means quickly. Parallel. If we are having a multiple transaction parallelly, then it is known as the concurrency. So whenever we are talking about concurrency, atomicity should be there, otherwise it creates the database inconsistent, which is not permissible, right? Authorization and integrity manager will take the integrity constraints, rules, authenticated person, right? That is the authorization to check the authority of users to access data and integrity constraints like this. File manager will allocate the space on a disk. Next, buffer manager. Buffer का मतलब क्या हुआ? First it will store in a temporary, then it will be stored in a permanent. So buffer manager fetches the data from disk storage to memory for being used, or vice versa. If we are fetching some data, then it will be fetched from database to buffer, and then buffer manager will send you display on a application. This is the disk storage. In disk storage, that is the data dictionary. Data dictionary, it means what? Yes. To store the metadata, we have a data dictionary. What is metadata? Data about data. Indices. In a data structure, you will find hash functions, async, indices. So let me give you the example. Indices, it means the index. For example, in your book, which is having index, if you want to search what is inconsistency, so from that index you will find that word and page number, so you can directly go to that page number, that is indices, right? So provide the faster access to the data items. If we are having a page number, then easily we can move to the page, otherwise we have to search one by one page. कहाँ पे दिया है, कहाँ पे दिया है. इंडेक्स इसका ये मतलब. डेटा, स्टोर द यूजर डेटा. स्टैटिस्टिकल डेटा, जैसे एग्जांपल मैंने दिया था, हिस्ट्री ऑफ टेम्परेचर, डेटा, इंफॉर्मेशन, दैट इज द स्टैटिस्टिकल information of data. So this is the overall architecture. So now you can imagine it, the 3 level in overall architecture. User external, वहां पे 4 यूजर है और 4 ओवल सेप है, वो यूजर्स. बीच में क्वेरी प्रोसेसर और स्टोरेज मैनेजर है. कंसेप्चुअल लेवल में क्वेरी प्रोसेसर, एवरीथिंग. एंड लास्ट डिस्क स्टोरेज, physical and internal level. So you can compare. So as I told you, it is a zoomed version of 3 level architecture. Is it so? है ना? वही है, नया कुछ नहीं है. सिर्फ इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर क्या है, वो वर्किंग इंटरनल क्या है, वो यहाँ पे हमने ट्राई किया है. ठीक है. When they ask this type of this question in a 7 marks or 8 marks, you need to draw this neat and clean diagram architecture, and you need to write the description of each and every module. Clear? Fine. If you remember in the first lecture, I told what is the difference between data and information must be accurate, relevant and timeliness, right? ये तीन characteristic मैंने बताई थी. So when I ask that question, when I ask any question in your lecture, your answer should be within that time. उसके बाद का मैंने टॉपिक आपको एक्सप्लेन कर दिया, and then after you are typing something into a chat, it is not a relevant for me because टाइम के बाद आया, तो मैं आपकी कमेंट देखूंगा भी नहीं क्योंकि पूरा स्ट्रक्चर कंप्लीट हो गया है. Okay, let's see DDL, DML. Already we have seen in a laboratory session. Let's quickly go through it. DDL, it means to define that tables, views, structure. We can use the DDL commands whenever we want to define or structure. For that we have a command: create, drop, alter, truncate, rename. Then after DML, after creating the table, database, views, triggers, store procedure, functions, it means objects. We need to manipulate that table. Manipulation, it means rename, insert, select. Select is to display the data. Select is used to display the data, or we can say that retrieval from the database. Insert, update, delete. BCL, data control language, means grant and revoke. We can say that for the security reason, we need to grant some user on specific table. If I have a 5 table and if I want to give only, if I want to give rights only on 2 tables, then it is possible. Transaction control language, commit, rollback, save points, these all are the TCL commands. Commit, it means to save that transaction. So all these commands, TCL commands, are related to transaction. So we will see in a detail in a transaction unit. So this all are the IMP question, FAQ, frequently asked question in an exam. List and explain the advantage of the DBMS. Draw and explain 3-level architecture of the DBMS. List and explain categories of the database user, it means type of users. List and explain different tasks of the DBA, and explain DBMS architecture with block diagram, it means overall architecture of the DBMS, right? So here it is the end of unit number 1. Fine. Do you have any query, any doubt? Then you can ask. But before going to resolve your queries, let me ask few questions. Whatever you gain, whatever you have learned, let me check your knowledge. So on a screen, few questions will be displayed. You need to answer in a chat. Here it is the first one. In the 3-tier architecture, the intermediate layer between database and client server is classified as option A, functional server, B, transaction server, C, application server, or disk server. Type your answer into a chat. A. Everyone, type your answer quickly. फिर मुझे मजबूर मत करना कि जिन लोगों ने आंसर दिया उसका ही सिर्फ अटेंडेंस लगाना, ऐसा. No need to write entire application server or whatever. Just give me the option A, B or C. ऐसा नहीं है कि सब पहले C दे दिया तो बाद में C. Okay, fine. Yes, right. Correct answer is the application server. Now next, the view of total database content is the view of total database content is A, conceptual view, B, internal view, C, external view, or D, physical view. Type your answer for the second one. First ka time out. Second one. I'm not getting that answer from chat. I'm not getting this answer from chat. So think. थोड़ा सा tricky question. Answer is conceptual view. View of total database content. हाँ तो कंसेप्चुअल व्यू ना. हाँ तो आपने क्या बोला? सी आंसर बोला था. हाँ तो इट्स फाइन. We are human. Human can do the mistake. That's why I put this question. It is little bit confusing question. The view of total database content is the conceptual view. Right answer. The level of data abstraction which describes how the data is actually stored. Let me tell you, data abstraction, it means hiding that data from higher level. That is abstraction, hiding something. So the level of data abstraction which describes how the data is actually stored is A, conceptual level, B, physical level, C, file level, or D, none of this. Type your answer for this question. Okay, what is your answer? Okay, what is your answer? Okay. Common sense answer. Answer is physical level, because how the data is actually stored in a disk or database, that is your physical level. Collection of information stored in the database at a particular moment is A, schema, B, instance, C, view, or D, none of this. Give your answer into a chat. Yes, very good. I am getting so much quick response from few students. Yes, your answer. Be mentally present in a lecture. Huh? No idea. Oh my God. I am getting the correct answer from the chat. Good student. I am expecting this one. Okay, offline student, your answer? Select anyone. B. B. एक गया बी पे तो हम सारे गए बी पे. तो क्विकली, इतना टाइम नहीं लेना एमसीक्यू में. इतना टाइम इसमें वेस्ट करेंगे एमसीक्यू में कि जिसमें आंसर आपको दिया है, तो सोचो कि सिर्फ आपको क्वेश्चन दिया है, उसमें आप कितना टाइम वेस्ट करेंगे. आर यू गेटिंग? So definitions, basic, fundamentals, that thing you should remember forever. अभी आप याद नहीं रख रहे हो इतना, तो आप सोचो कि डेटाबेस कहाँ पे यूज होने वाला है. सब जगह, आपके प्रोजेक्ट में, सब में. तो आपको क्वेरीज कहाँ से याद रहेगी? ये तो सिंपल डेफिनेशन है. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay, guys. Correct answer is instance at a particular moment. Fine. Logical structure of database. ये तो पता ही होना चाहिए. Give your answer quickly. Offline students are correct. I am getting also correct answer from the online student. Yes, correct. It is a A. Logical structure of any database is known as the schema. Fine. So these all are the reference book which is mentioned in your syllabus. You can download your syllabus from the content I have already uploaded. Thanks. If you have any query, any doubt, you can ask. If you are having any query, any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, write your enrollment number into a chat and you may leave. Yes, Urvisa, of course. I will upload the PPT at the end of every unit. In between, I am not going to upload the PPT, but after completion of that particular unit, I will upload that PPT. If I forgot, then please remind me in the next lecture. If you have pasted your number, then you may leave.